Hello friends, I'm Shelley with Style Trends with Shelley, and I'd like to welcome you to August Harvest. It is a group where we're going to have different crafters every day of the week, and every day we'll have a different crafter, and they'll be fabulous. So anyway, I'm the first presenter, and I wanted to show you what I'm going to make tonight. So I'm going to embellish this cute little pumpkin. And anyway, so we'll start out with the pumpkin, and I'm going to do my paint. Here's my paint. So I'm going to do this green paint right here. Just put a little bit on my brush. I love this color. See, it's sort of a muddy green color. It's going to be very cute when you get done with it. So you see, I'm just going to paint the edges around here. We're going to do something else with the center part, the raised part, okay? But look how pretty this color is. Isn't it beautiful? It's a beautiful color. So I'm so excited that y'all are here to join me for this group. It's an awesome group, and I've got some wonderful presenters lined up for us. And they're the cream of the crop. They're the best in the community. Believe me, they're wonderful. So anyway, I don't want to name them off because I'm afraid I may forget someone. I don't want to forget anyone. They're all great. Hey Megan. Hey Rita. How are you? Hey guys. So I'm embellishing this little pumpkin right now. I'm going to paint this part really quickly. Try to get the paint on here kind of fast. How are you guys doing? Anyway, I'm very... Hi, Jana. How are you, honey? I miss you, girl. Anyway, I was telling everyone that I'm going to have 31 presenters on this page. And they're the best of the best, girl. You know I got the best of the best coming on here. And every day there'll be something neat to watch for 31 days of the month. So there'll all be different times and everything. So you just have to check in the units, or just keep checking on every day to see who's going to be on here. There's going to be awesome people on here. I'm painting this green, this kind of, let me see what the color's called. It's folk art, and it is Italian sage. Oh, I didn't know it was Italian sage. This is a really cool color, considering I'm Italian. Know where I picked it, huh? Hi, Jenna, honey. How are you doing? I miss you and to talk to you. Go ahead, honey. My little puppy dog's over here trying to get my attention now. Of course, every time I get on here, somebody always tries to come over here. It's going to be so cute when I'm finished with it. So this pumpkin can be used as a wreath embellishment, or it could just be like a little wall hanging or something like that. So anyway, I love crafting. I've always loved crafting my whole life. I'll tell you a little background story on me and how I got into crafting. I'm an old chick. Okay, first of all, I'm an old chick, and I've been crafting for many years. Probably since I was a teenager, I imagine. Anyway, when I was really young, I remember coming home from school. Hey, Christy, how are you, honey? I remember when my mother, I remember when I was very young, I'd come home from school, like in September. My mother would be playing Johnny Mathis Christmas music, and she'd be crafting and getting ready for a craft show. And my mother was a very young mother. She had me when she was 17 years old. So anyway, my parents didn't have a lot of money. They had their first home. It was a beautiful home, and my mother was a fabulous homemaker, I'll tell you that. She's a great homemaker. But anyway, so she wanted a great big Christmas tree. Oh, anyway, so she wanted her first big Christmas tree because we had a big cathedral ceiling, so we could have like a 12-foot tree. So my dad went out and bought her the biggest tree he could find. And but we didn't have any money for ornaments, so he worked at IBM at the time, and they had the pink computer cards. I don't know if any of you are aware of that or anything, but anyway, they used to have, the computers used to be fed these cards, and they had little holes in them, and that's how the computer read everything. So he brought my mother home the extra cards, and so she made all kinds of little ornaments out of it. She made angels and trumpets and all kinds of things, and she glittered them up and all that stuff. So anyway, it's just awesome, and so I guess that's where I got it from, is my mother. She's an awesome crafter, and she could do, if there's anything she could do it, I'm telling you, she could do it all. Okay. It's coming along, friends. It's looking kind of goopy now, but I promise it's going to come together. Oh, this is a really pretty color, too. I don't know if you can really see the, let me see, does it help if I turn this light on more? Can you see the color better? Such a pretty color, no doubt. Oh no, I forgot to get a brown color for this stem. I'll have to get up in a second and get that. Anyhow, so yes, my mother was an awesome crafter, and she could design her own patterns and things like that. She sewed clothes and everything. So I've always crafted and sewn, and I've made curtains in my house and everything. I love it. I love it all. My second love is community. I love community, and I love making friends. So that's why I decided to do this group, because I really love making new friends, and I feel like we're better together, you know. So that's why I started the group. I love to support my friends, and I love the community, and I love the friends. You know, I know it gets thrown around, you know, community over competition, but I truly believe that. Hi, Julie. Hi, honey. Thanks for joining me. I'm just painting this little pumpkin with this green. It's full card. It's called Italian Sage. It's a really pretty color. And I'm really just haphazardly putting it on here. I'm not doing anything special to it. I mean, it's really kind of, you know, because it's got like some glue and stuff like that where it doesn't really want to cover. So, you know, I'm just kind of haphazardly putting it on. I don't know if you can see it or not, but anyway, it'll be all right when we're done. I promise. It's going to be cute when we're done. Okay. And I foolishly forgot my plate also, so I'm just putting paint straight on my brush like this. Isn't that crazy? I'm just lazy, I guess. I didn't want to have to get up to get it, but I guess I'm going to have to get the brown paint for the stem. I know, guys. I'm just, you know, silly. Actually, I didn't want to have to get up because I've been having trouble walking today. Hey, honey, can you hand me a brown paint that's over there on that bar? Just a brown color. Any brown colors would be good. My husband just walked in, so he'll hand me the paint. Brown. There's brown? No, dear, not a single one of those are brown. He probably red, black, and every other color but brown. There's not a brown in that. Just there. I thought I had a brown over there, but anyway, they might be in the bucket. No, that's red. That's maroon. I think my husband's colorblind. Yeah. Honey bunny, go tell Daddy where brown is paint. Yeah. Yeah, tell Daddy where the brown paint is. All right, so while he's doing that, we'll just move on to the next part. So on this part, I drew the, I used the wood as a template. And I traced around the wooden pieces, okay? So I made a little template for me. So I drew it out on like this, okay? So do you understand that? Hi, Jessica. How are you, honey? So anyway, so I drew the pattern on. I made a little pattern for each of those, okay? And then I took it and I transferred it to this paper. So we're gonna montage the paper to the pumpkin. So I've got to cut it out really quickly while my husband's trying to find brown paint. It's not that hard to find, but he's having trouble finding it. Baby, it's just brown. No, I don't think either one of those are brown. I promise you there's brown over there. Oh my goodness, guys.
You got over 100 here.
Alright, so I'm just cutting this out.
Milk chocolate.
Finally, milk chocolate. Yes, thank you, my love. Milk chocolate girls. Oh, goodness gracious. So funny. So anyway, yeah, so I'm very excited about making myself this pattern. I'm going to trace it on a poster board so that I'll always have it, so that whenever I want to make one of these, I'll just have it ready to go. I love to make my patterns on cardboard paper so that I can trace them easily. I do that with my my door hanger templates as well. I have a folder that I made, and I just put them in there. Okay. I hope this comes out the way I envision it, girls. I've never made before. So hopefully it's going to come out as cute as I envision it. Okay, here's one side of it. Let's see. Oh, that's going to be adorable. Okay. It's going to look like shiplap on our pumpkin. We have a shiplap pumpkin. I thought I'd do something non-traditional with the green and the cream, because everybody has orange pumpkins, but we could do one in orange as well. Just wanting something a little different and something fun. My daughter's giggling upstairs. I don't know if y'all can hear her or not, but anyway, she's giggling upstairs in her room. She's 14. Yes, he is. He's a sweet man, no doubt about it. He's very helpful. Okay, that's the other piece, okay? That's the centerpiece. And then, oh shoot, you threw that part away. Didn't mean to throw that part away. Hey Megan, honey, how are you? So good to see you here tonight. Okay, so I'm just cutting out this template that I made myself. Well, this is the actual pattern. Okay, so now the true test comes. Let's make sure it fits my pumpkin. I think it fits pretty good, guys. This is what it's going to look like when. What do y'all think? Do you think it fits okay? Okay. Can y'all hear me okay? I know my voice is soft. I don't know why it's like that. I mean, I think it's from the Parkinson's. I don't know what the deal is with it. No, I used to be very loudmouth, very voiceful person, and now I want to I talk very softly. I don't know what the deal is with all that. I decided to go ahead and pull the plate out because I don't want to get the Mod Podge everywhere.
Come here.
Okay. So. Okay, I got the Mod Podge. Anyway, Mod Podge. Please take a picture of it for me. My family's going outside to look at the sunset. They know we love the sunset. It's supposed to be really pretty outside. Oh, wow, this guy's so pink, no doubt. So anyway, now I'm going to paint the Mod Podge on here. Oh, I'm so glad that y'all can hear me. I was worried that maybe you couldn't hear me. I hate that about me. My voice has gotten so soft and everything. So I used to be such a loud mouth. I really did. You can never win. You know, if you're a loud mouth, there's a problem. If you're too quiet, there's a problem. But anyway, hopefully I'll get better as I get more used to doing lives and things like that. Megan, have you picked your date for your presentation, dear? So anyway, I was telling everyone, for all the people that are coming on, that we're going to have 31 days of presenters on here. And I've got the best of the best planned for you guys so that you can have a great experience here. What is it, Banks? You hear my kitty cat, Banks is now meowing. I would have gotten the smallest brush in town for doing this. I probably should have gotten a foam brush or something, but anyway, it's all right. Gives me more time to talk to you girls. So I'm not sure that a lot of you know, but I'm in the wreathing community as well as the painting community, and I love them both. Have friends all over the country now, and I love that. So much fun to have friends from all over. I'm truly blessed with that. I've got to put a little more Mod Podge. Ooh, I haven't. Yeah, you need to do that, girl. Oh shoot, squirted out like crazy. Anyhow, yes. So anyway, I'd really appreciate it if you girls would share this page with your friends, so that we can get a lot of viewers on here checking out all the wonderful artists that I have lined up. And it'd be a really great group. I promise you that. We will not disappoint. Okay, hang on a second. Let me get this all spread out here. Okay, so now I'm going to attempt to put it down. Let's see. Pray for me that it works the right way and everything, because I've never really Mod Podged before either. I'm just totally winging this, guys. Haha, it did pretty good for a first timer. All right, that's awesome. Look at that. Okay, first piece is on, friends. First piece is on. Yes, look at that. Looks so good. Looks good. I'm so excited. Yes. Yeah, didn't know I was brave enough just to come on here and wing it, did you? I had no idea what I was going to do. And, yep, that's me, fly by the seat of my pants kind of girl. Anyway, let me show you some other of the papers that I got that we could have done. So anyway, so I have this paper. We could do one in this paper here. That would have been pretty, the green as well. And let's see. Let me move it out of the way for a second so we can talk about this stuff too. I got the leopard, which I love. You know, I've got to have a leopard, right? Make a leopard pumpkin. I've got pink. I'm making notes. This is me pink. Oh my God, orange. I mean orange. Pink. I got a different shiplap. I thought maybe I might have done it with this one, but I actually like the one that I picked a little bit better. So you guys can see that one. I got this pumpkin one. I thought this is adorable. Isn't that the cutest little pumpkins? Look at all those little pumpkins. Aren't they precious? And then I got this one. I thought this is pretty cool too. I like the red in it. See the red in there? Isn't that neat? And then last but not least, I got a gray color. So we can make all kinds of cute pumpkins. So anyway, just wait and see what I'm going to do with it when I get to the end here. Y'all are going to like it, I think. This is kind of one of my things I'm known for. So anyway, I wanted to get that stuff out of the way. So that's why I showed it to you. Because it's interfering with my Mod Podging. I'm getting my Mod Podge on it and I don't want to ruin it. So anyway, yes, my mother was an awesome crafter, and I have such fond memories of going back and when I was young, coming home from school and listening to Johnny Mathis as I walked up to the front door to go home. I can remember that very well. And the other day I ran into my kindergarten teacher, believe it or not, my kindergarten teacher. Can you believe it? No. Hey, Debbie, how are you, honey? Not my kindergarten teacher. It was my first grade teacher. Her name was Mrs. Good, and I loved her so much. And girls, I cried when I saw her because I couldn't believe it. Because when I went up to her and I said, Mrs. Good, I'm Shelley Severs. My name was Severs back then anyway. And she says, oh my goodness. She remembered specific things about me. She remembered that my mother had made gingerbread cookies for the entire school. I mean, because my mother was a beautiful cake and cookie decorator. Man, she made everything. So she made gingerbread cookies for the entire school because the moms got mad that our class always had the best stuff, and that. So she said, well, fine, I'll just make them for the whole school because that's the kind of person my mother was. And so she made gingerbread cookies for the entire school. And my Mrs. Good remembered that about me. So there's very specific things that she remembered that I knew, that she knew who I was, After all these years, guys, like 52 years or something like that. Isn't that crazy? So anyway, she still looks the same, still looks fabulous and wonderful. And it's crazy how when you're little, you think they're old, when actually Mrs. Good was very young at the time. But anyway, she's an awesome teacher, and I loved her, and I still love her. She's still with us, so thank goodness for that. But anyway, so yes, my mother, she did things like that. She made cookies for the entire school. Her gingerbread boys are very famous, and she's very generous that way with her time and everything. I guess that's where I got it from. I never thought of it that way before, but I guess so. Okay, let's see if I can pick this one up. Now it's a little bit wet and soggy. Huh? May have spoken too soon, guys, on bragging on how good I did on the first one. Let's see, go on. Okay, I think I did pretty good on this one as well. Now, are you supposed to Mod Podge on top of it, or can I just leave it like this? Because I kind of think I'm going to just leave it like that. I'm afraid to Mod Podge on top of it. I'm so glad you're here, Debbie. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to do the last one, see? And then I'll paint the stem. So I have one more to go, okay? So I hope I'm doing this right. I'm just winging it, guys, because I've never done any of this stuff before. Never even Mod Podge. I painted, of course, but never Mod Podge. Oh, shoot. Now I'm getting kind of sloppy with my painting. Sorry. Slipping off the page. So anyway, I miss my mother very much. My mother passed away unexpectedly 2 years ago. Well, a year and a half ago. Last April. And so it's very hard for me to sometimes do my crafts because I miss her a lot. It makes me miss her, but, at the same time, it makes me feel close to her. Trying to get this on here quickly so that I don't take too long. Okay, so now let's go to this over here. Hey, Michael, could you please bring me a paper towel that has a little bit of water on it, please, honey? Just whenever you get a time. It doesn't have to be right this second because I'm still painting with this Mod Podge glue. Getting it on my tablecloth here, so. Thank you, dear. Appreciate you. He's a good helper. It is Dollar Tree pumpkin I'm jazzing up. Yes, ma'am. I scored a couple of them yesterday, and I was so excited about it. So I thought I'm going to do something fun with it. It can either be for a wreath attachment, or it can be a door hanger, or whatever you want to do with it. Actually, I saw Lizzie and Aaron making one of these, and I thought it was so cute that I decided I was going to try to do it myself. Mine will be a little different than theirs because, my style's a little different, but it'll be cute nonetheless. Are y'all familiar with Lizzie and Aaron? No, I did not get the truck, girl. The truck was gone. I'm so disappointed the truck is sold out, but I'm not going to give up because I've got to go to some other Dollar Trees around me. There's lots of Dollar Trees around where I live, so I just have to go to different ones. But that lady told me that they did have it, and I just missed out on it. I was like, darn it. That's the story of my life, girl. Okay, here we go. clean this area off right here so that way nothing gets messy on there. Okay. Uh-oh, oh. I think I did it, friends. I think I got it down. You hear my husband over there. He's working on the plumbing. We had a little plumbing issue, and so he's cursing the plumbing over there. So don't give him any mind. Hope y'all can't hear him. Okay, so here it is, like this right in here. So let me paint the stem. Let's paint the stem purple, not purple. I mean brown. My husband brought me the chocolate brown over here. Okay. Girls, I haven't done very many lives, so I really appreciate y'all helping me out and staying on here with me. I'm going to get better at them, I promise. Just keep doing them until I get better at them. Okay. Here's the chocolate brown. No, milk chocolate it's called. Oh, shoot. Hang on. It's got all that stuff on the top. See if I can shake it up. Shake it up. Purple, you're white. No, I don't know what I'm thinking. I got chocolate brown, see, for the stem. I'm really just going to kind of wash it a little bit on here. I'm not going to do a lot of the brown because it does not have to be perfect at all. So there's going to be embellishments on this part right here. It's going to be awesome when I get done with it. The embellishments are the best part. Promise you that. It'll just be very cute. It's very simple, very cute. Anyone can do this. Anyone. So anyway, there it is. See? Very simple, very easy. Try to save my brown paint because I squirted too much of it out. Hang on, friends, let me scoop it back up for them. I hate to waste paint and stuff like that. I know it's only nickel, but you know, it still drives me crazy. I hate to be wasteful. Okay, let's give it a second to dry. Alright, so now on a Dollar Tree pumpkin, we're going to put Mackenzie Child's ribbon. Hey Regina, how are you? I was just making this little pumpkin embellishment. So I was telling them that we're going to put Mackenzie Child's ribbon that is $30 for the roll on a Dollar Tree pumpkin. But anyways, that's what's going to make it fabulous. So that's what we're going to do. Isn't that crazy? I didn't think about that when I selected it, but I just wanted something very cute and very fun. So anyway, so you know to make a bow, you're just going to take it and loop it over like this. Let me see if that's the size I want it to be. I want it to be a little bit bigger. With the tails a little longer. I'm going to say tails longer. Wait a minute. Let me get out my twine because I'm going to wrap it. I'm going to tie the center with the twine, I think. So I'm going to do. Okay. Let think here. Let me think how I want to do it so that it goes over good. Let's see. I've got to put raffia. I love raffia. Raffia is my signature stuff. Love me some raffia. I'm also going to use some of this jute cord. It has the wire in it from the Dollar Tree. Have y'all ever seen that stuff? Jute from the Dollar Tree. And I have some leaves that have the green on it. See? I'm going to pull it all in, girls. And then I even have some little pumpkins. I may put a little pumpkin on. I'm not quite sure. So just have to wait and see what it looks like when I get done. I get closer to being finished. Hi, Jerry. How are you, honey? Thanks for stopping by. Hi there. I think that's hysterical and I love it. I know, can you believe that? But it's going to be cute. And that's so me to do that, to put the expensive Mackenzie Child's ribbon on the Dollar Tree pumpkin, but it's going to be adorable and fabulous when I'm through with it. So anyway, so you know how to make a bow by hand. It's just a little cheapy, little easy, quickie bow. And then bring it back around like that. It's not a fabulous Regina Sellers Pro Bow the hand, but you know, for what I'm doing, this is perfect for it. Miss Regina will be one of our presenters. And she has the fabulous Pro Bow the hand. All right, friends, so let's see how it's done. Let's see how I can show you here. So just pinch it in the middle. So just pinch it in the middle. Actually, I probably should take some of this too and do my raffia too first. Goodness gracious, I don't know what's going on with me. All I know is I love raffia. Raffia makes me happy, happy, happy. Do y'all use raffia on any of your stuff? Love it. The pumpkin will feel special. The special ribbon, yes it will. Hopefully it will. I'm hoping it'll jazz it and make it look really pretty. So I do the raffia the same way I did the ribbon. So just kind of grab it together and knot it up like that, okay? Then I'm going to take the ribbon back where I had it over here and just kind of pinch it together. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, it'll be all right. I definitely need another hand, Regina. That's why Regina developed Pro Bow the hand, because she needed another hand. I need another hand for sure, girl. Look how cute. It's already looking so cute. Okay, hang on. Oh, yeah. I'll put this on there, too. Hang on, friends. Hang on. Okay, so I have the wired jute, so I'll put that in the back of it, too. And I'm going to tie it all up with this twine. See if I can pull it off, guys. Let's see if I can pull it off. It doesn't taste good, I'll tell you that. It does not taste good. I don't recommend that. Okay, do you think that's cute, guys? Do you think that looks really cute? Let's see. It's pretty cute. I'll tie a knot and I'm going to go around and around. I'm going to tie it again. Hang on. Shoot. Hey, Gary. How are you, honey? I like that wire jute, too. It's really cool. Hey, Nicole. How are you, honey? Okay. So anyway, that's how I did it like that. So I'm going to wrap it around a few more times so I'd have a little center in the... Hang on, friends. I'll show you in a second. trying to make a center of my, see, I'm trying to create the center part of the bow, right here. Okay. Thank you, Jerry. It's so sweet of you, honey. It is a big tangled mess, but anyway, I can make it work. I get there sooner or later. You want it to look a little messy. The messier it looks, the better it is, I think, anyway. Okay, so here it is right here. Let me see. I'm going to do that. Hang on, friends. Hang on. I think I'm going to have one of this going down, one of them going up, one's a little spiral. See that? So I bent it down. So maybe. Just realized I forgot to turn on my glue gun. Hang on. Let me see. Anyway, I love this Mackenzie Childs ribbon. It's awesome. I love it. Let me see what I did with my little needle here. This is the smaller one. And I have a bigger one here as well. Let me show the big one. I have not even opened it up because I'm afraid to use it, but I need to use it. Sorry, guys. Right here it is, right here. This is the bigger Mackenzie Childs. Isn't it awesome? I love it. Makes everything look fabulous. Hey, babe, would you... Oh, no, sorry, never mind. I'll do it. I'll plug in my glue gun. Hang on a second, friends. Hang on. Okay, here we go. So let's just play around with this a little bit, okay? Let me get my ribbon out of the way. The little bitty Mackenzie Child that goes with everything. Makes everything better and fabulous. Okay. Let's see, how do I want to do this? So how should I add these? I love these little leaves because they have the green in there. So when I add these leaves, let's see, how should I do it? I want to make sure you can see them well. So hang on, friends. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing down here. My raffia is getting in the way. Hang on. Well, maybe I don't want that down there. Let's put it back up here. I'm going to hold it in place, see what y'all think of it, okay? So see how cute it's starting to look pretty cute, isn't it? Okay, hang on. I'm going to have to give it a haircut. These long tentacles are driving me crazy, so I've got to give it a little haircut. Some of them are good, but most of them are too long. Okay. Let's see if that's better. So do you think I should do the bow straight on in the middle? Let me show you what it looks like on the middle. Or should I do it off to the side, one side like that? Should I do it off to the side or should I do it in the middle? What do y'all think? Middle or off to the side? Y'all tell me. Do it off to the side like that's kind of cute, or in the middle is cute as well. What do you think? What do you think? Need somebody to vote for me. Oh, the white truck behind me. That white truck behind me is for my Centerpiece of the Month club. I'm going to be starting middle. You like it in the middle. That one vote. Debbie says in the middle. Anyone else going to vote? Okay, off to the side in the middle. Dustin. Hey, Dustin. I didn't know you were there. Hi, honey. Okay, I'm going to put it over here in the middle. Oh, you can't see it, honey? Can you see it? Is that better? Okay, so that's the side. I think that's the middle. Alright, so we'll put it in the middle. Okay, so let me see if I can get my little leaves on here too. I'm going to cut the leaves apart. They're driving me crazy. So I'm going to cut my little leaves apart here. That way I can glue them separately. So I can put one on the top and maybe one on the bottom or something. Let's do the green on the top and the orange on the bottom. How about that? Well, I'm not sure yet. But anyway, let me get this going on. Okay, everyone voted for the middle. So in the middle it is. It's going to be super, super cute. I promise you that. With these leaves, I can't decide where I want to put them. Okay, so let me show you what we have so far. This is what we have so far. It's adorable as it is, isn't it? But we're going to make it even better. Isn't it adorable? Oh, there it is in the middle. Okay, so we're going to make it even cuter yet. Hang on, friends. Hang on. Hang on, I forgot my glue sticks, of course. Hi, honey, how are you? Hi, Nadia, how are you, babe? How you feeling? Okay, hang on, friends. Okay, I apologize for not being more prepared for this. I've been working on the group all day long, trying to get everybody invited and everything. Went and by. Ouch. Okay, so there's the one leaf. Let's put the green one in here somewhere. Do the green one up here on the top. How about that? Cut it shorter. I don't like that stem sticking out. It doesn't want to go where I want it to go. So we'll just fix it. We'll fix it, huh? Yes, I love it right there. So see, I told you that you really wouldn't be able to see the stem when I got through with it, but you kind of can see it, so it's all good to have a little bit of that brown in there, covering it up. Okay. Okay, friends, I'm not done yet. Hang on, let me see. I'm trying to see if I should add this one little thing left on here. Shoot. Oh, well, don't look at that part. Anyway, should we add a pumpkin in that? Look how sweet that is. I think I will add a pumpkin. These are the pumpkins from the Dollar Tree as well. But oh my goodness, it's so sweet. Wait till you see it. Guys, you're gonna love it. You're gonna say, oh my goodness, can't I believe you took a Dollar Tree pumpkin, turned it into that cute little door hanger or a wreath attachment. These are the pumpkins that I use right here. Are we ready, friends? Drum roll, please. Da, 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 da. I love it. Isn't it adorable? Isn't it cute? I'm gonna put it close so you can see what I did to it. So here's my little bow, my expensive Mackenzie Childs ribbon, and we embellished it with all these cute little see, Raffy makes everything better, doesn't it? Isn't it precious? It's so fun and cute. I love it. So we took a Dollar Tree pumpkin, we Mod Podged the scrapbook paper on it, and then we added the cute little bow. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Jerry. So glad you girls like it. What do my fellows on here think about it? Do y'all like it? Do y'all think I did good? This is the first time I've ever Mod Podged, and basically the first time I've ever really done a tutorial on a live. So appreciate y'all helping me out with that. Oh, thank you, Gary. That's so great. I'm so glad you like it, honey. Yes, I'm new to all this stuff, so I'm learning, and I figured this would be a great way to learn. Thanks, Jessica. Hi, Christina. How are you, honey? So anyway, I thought that I would just go ahead and just jump in with both feet and just take off. Hey, Nicole. How are you, honey? Nicole does great lives all the time. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate you, honey. You're awesome. So anyway, just a little quickie project for our first one. And I hope y'all enjoyed it. So like I said, let me show you something else I did similar to it. So here's one that I did right here. I bought this sign, and I embellished it the same way. I made the bow, and I put the flower and everything on there. Put the raffia, and it's a cute little welcome sign. Put the feathers on there and everything. So anyway, that is one that I made recently. So same way, did the same way. See, I made the bow and everything, put the raffia on there. This was just a store-bought sign. The store-bought sign, I just embellished it. So anyway, I like to embellish things. That's my way of making them extra pretty. Make them extra, extra. Anyway, friends, I'm so glad that y'all are all here with me tonight. It's just got back from a walk. I hate to miss it. I'm just so beautiful. Oh, thanks, Christine. I need to go for a walk as well. I'm going to probably do that after I get off this live because I didn't get to do it this morning. It was raining outside. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate you, honey. Y'all are awesome. So anyway, so I will photograph this and put it up on put a little supply list on there and get it photographed tomorrow morning out in the daylight and everything. So I'm so glad that y'all liked it. You see that this is the jute wired ribbon, wired stuff from the Dollar Tree, the little Dollar Tree pumpkin and everything. But isn't it adorable? Good night, Gary. Goodbye, Jerry. Have a great weekend. Thanks for the live. Good to see you. Also, good to see you too, sweetie. So thank you, everyone, for joining me tonight. And tomorrow we will have another presenter. And I appreciate you guys all coming on here. And yes, they were horrible, honey. They were horrible. So anyway, thank you for joining me tonight, and hopefully y'all will follow up on all the rest of the videos that we have planned for you guys. And please share this live with your friends. Share the group with your friends so that they can come and see the pretties that we have planned for you guys. So anyway, thanks so much. Good night, all.